You saw the jump Mahomes had from his second to the third year, the way he was comfortable with his team, the way he's comfortable in himself, being a leader, being a playmaker. I see that same jump for Lamar. Let's take a look at that a little more closely. Domonique is with us this morning, and Rob Ninkovich jumps in here. And so, Rob, let me start with you. If you're looking at all the quarterbacks in the NFL who are 25 and younger, let's put Mahomes out of the conversation. I think unanimously everybody would take him. Next, who would you take to start a franchise if it wasn't Mahomes amongst that group?
Well, the guy I would pick hasn't even played an NFL football game yet. And me and B-Flo, Brian Flores, are like this. I'm going with Tua. He's the guy that I want to start my franchise with. I feel like he has the upside of a modern NFL, the new, scheme offensively, how you want to run the RPOs, the threat of running and the ability to throw down the field. I mean, we haven't seen a hefty lefty since Steve Young that can go out there and throw the rock around like he can. So I'm excited. I think he's going to have a great career. And I think in 3 years, give me 3 years, he will be the best quarterback in the AFC.
That's a really strong take, and I like it. Let me ask you this. How, the concerns and the question marks about him, of course, have all been about his ability to stay healthy, to the point that he wasn't even the first quarterback taken in this draft. How concerned are you about his ability to withstand the pounding in the NFL when he had so much trouble doing it in college?
Well, look, some of those injuries, I understand as a football player, they're freak injuries. You can't help, you know, two guys land on your back and you have a hip injury. Those are things that are hard to avoid. I don't worry about the durability stuff. Look, when you're a quarterback in the NFL and you're smart, you understand I need to take less damage. I need to do things that help my team. So hopefully he doesn't have to run into that bad luck injury bug that he had in college. And if he can stay healthy, I feel like his future is very bright.
All right, Domonique, same question to you. All the quarterbacks in the league whose name is not Patrick Mahomes, 25 and younger, who are you starting with?
Well, I think it's Lamar Jackson, but we're just going to just cruise on by the fact that Rob said that Tua is going to be the best quarterback in the AFC in 3 years, which includes Patrick Mahomes. But anyway, Lamar Jackson is the guy I would choose because he has so few question marks compared to everyone else that we're talking about. I think the one thing that you would want Lamar Jackson to get better on, and it's something that Rob brought up on Friday. I thought he did a good job of illustrating how he could make better decisions as far as when he could get hit and when he can avoid getting hit. Making decisions, I think this was the play on the sideline where he could have stepped out and he went back in and took a hit. That wasn't it there, but he does make those type of decisions. If that's all he has to address, then we got a lot to, then he's going to be quite a great quarterback for quite some time. I think the other question marks for so many other people, Tua, I know what we're projecting, but we projected great quarterbacks before who haven't panned out. I think Tua will be good, but saying that he's going to get to MVP level like Lamar Jackson, I think is a little outlandish. And I know people would point out that Lamar Jackson isn't necessarily the best passer, but he's a lot better than people think. If you look at his passer rating in man end zone, he's top 5 for both. The only other quarterback to do that last year was Drew Brees. So, he's throwing the ball well. I understand it's also because he can threaten with the run, but I think he's the guy that you can build around with his unique style, his unique skills, and his ability to read coverages, hang in the pocket, and deliver the ball, and his accuracy is improving. I would love to build around him. I know who you're going to say, though, Greeny.
Well, I would say Sam Darnold, but let's leave him out of this for the moment. I want to focus in on that because, interestingly, the concern for both of the quarterbacks you're talking about, Lamar Jackson and Tua, are about durability. And in the case of Tua, it's because we've seen all the injury. And in the case of Lamar Jackson, it's because he does get hit so much. And historically, that does not bode well for a long career. I believe this is going to be the play that you were talking about, Rob, the other day.
Yeah, he could have made a much better
Just get out
right there.
Just get out.
Neek, you see it? That's the play that we were talking about. Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, those plays in particular, those plays could affect his process of becoming better in the third year because any in particular play like that when you're getting hit hard could affect your accuracy and throwing the ball down the field. So if he's taking those hits, it's not going to help him progress in his third season.
Go ahead, Dominique, real quick.
That's an easier thing to address. I think Deshaun Watson's the other guy who I think we should mention, and his issues I think are with throwing interceptions, and that's harder to address than it is with Lamar, where it's just like, hey, slide every now and then, step out of bounds. We can address that.
We'll see. Sometimes those things are a little difficult to coach out of players who are accustomed to making so many big plays out of situations like that. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.